Let me say thanks to all of you for joining us today, and a special note of appreciation for Commissioner D'Antonio for being with us as well, and appreciate your comments. Since my arrival here at North Carolina A&T State University a little over 12 years ago, now approaching 13 years ago, we positioned this institution, as Commissioner D'Antonio suggested in his comments, through a very bold and aggressive plan for our future, beginning with A&T Preeminence 2020. And within that framework, we defined with our board, with the constituency of our university, that we would be very clear, very bold, and very aggressive about the future of our university, and positioning it to grow and expand the role we play as an institution of higher education, as a very aggressive doctoral research land-grant institution. And we have, since that day of approval of that strategic plan, continued to frame a competitive group of peer institutions against whom we have benchmarked ourselves. And we've managed the benchmarks and evaluated ourselves year over year and our progress in continuing to grow this university, enhance the opportunities for the outstanding students we bring to this university, be they student athletes or otherwise, and affording them the very best and most competitive atmosphere for realizing their aspirational dreams, but also creating a very competitive research and innovative institution that drives research and innovation that contributes to the competitiveness economically of this region and of the state as a whole. Every year, year over year, we have paid particular intimate attention to our progress in growth and prosperity and brand recognition. That peer group that we look at today is a refreshed group from the day I set foot on this campus. There's a group framed by the UNC Board of Governors against whom we compete. There's a group that we frame, that we look at as well when we think about athletics. And everything we've done continues to focus on continuing to position our university as that aspirational, competitive doctoral research land-grant institution. Making the tough decision to accept the invitation by the Colonial Athletic Association to become one of its member institutions was ultimately a no-brainer for us. 6, 7 years ago, when we began a major conversation about evaluating athletics, as led by our board and as led by Athletic Association and its work, under the direction of Mr. Earl Hilton, our athletics director. We have continued to evaluate the important role that athletics plays in the visibility and competitiveness and the brand and recognition of our university. When the invitation was extended to us by the CAA back in November, we realized in conversations with the leadership of our Board of Trustees that this was a very important conversation for us to take a very deep dive in reevaluating where we are with athletics today and making a decision about the importance of becoming a member of the Colonial Athletic Association. Following the unanimous and enthusiastic support of our Board of Trustees, last Friday brings us to this day where we again say publicly, through the media and all of our outlets, of our excitement and enthusiasm about becoming members of the Colonial Athletics Association. I want to thank all of our fans, our alums, Aggie Nation, our board, Aggie Athletics Foundation, our coaches, coaching staff, teams who were part of the conversation, who helped us evaluate and assess whether this was the best decision for our university. And let me assure you, enthusiastically, it is indeed the best decision for the future of our university. So before I step away from the mic, I do want to say publicly a very special note of appreciation to the Big South Conference, to the board as chaired by President Bradley Creed of Campbell University, Commissioner Kyle Callender and his incredible staff, and they're welcoming us in the Big South. Albeit short as a tenure, we've appreciated how warmly welcomed we've been made to feel as a part of the Big South Conference, and how they have also recognized the importance of this decision we've now made to move into the Colonial Athletics Association as well.